Assalamualaikum, and hopefully you in good condition. So today I would like to discuss about facilities management and space management. All right, facilities management definitions. We refer to previous author from CFM Price 2001 and others. Point out that until now there are no standardized, commonly accepted or agreed define of facilities management. However, the facilities management definition that will be implemented in standard EN 15221 Part 1 facilities manage 2006 facilities management term definition as the integration of the process within an organization to maintain and develop the agreed services which support and improve the effectiveness of primary activities. This definition acts as facilities management standard and can be applied by European country, and from the definition we've table out the facilities management model together with the relation of its primary processes and support processes. The definitions, the integration of processes within an organization to maintain and develop the agreed services which support and improve the effectiveness of its primary activities. Facilities management also define an integrated or integrations of people, place, process, and technology by IFMI, Institute Facilities Management, International Facilities Management Association 2010. This is a model of facilities management. So at the left hand side, we can see as the organizations or such as, for example, UITM, okay, organization, and provide at the right hand side is provider. Provider, for example, we have bahagian pengurusan facilities in UITM. Okay, so the main business UITM for learning and teaching and learning. So this left hand side organization, they have client, customer, and user. Okay, so that we can call as a demand. Okay, they need the services of the facilities, and then they come up with the specifying in the SLA service level agreements. For example, they outsource to the others facilities company, so they can provide the SLA service level agreement with the provider company. Okay, so in facilities management, we segregate into three levels. Okay, the first level is strategic level on the top management, and then the tactical level on management to the operations, and then the operational level for the implementation of implementer, for example, technician, supervisor, judgment, engineers. It can be under operations. And then the support processes, this the facilities management provider. Okay, for example, our in-house facilities management is bahagian pengurusan facilities in UITM. They have the delivering KPI to meet the KPI according to the service level agreement, or to according to the standard, or according to the uh, scope of work that are given from the university to bahagian pengurusan facilities. Okay, we call that as a supply. Okay, either internal or either external of the company or provider. Okay, that is a facilities management model. What is different between real estate and building construction, building operation and maintenance, facilities planning, and general office services? They have few differences between these services. For example, number one, new building design and construction management by real estate and building construction. In the building operation and maintenance, run and maintain plant, substation, boiler, and others, and etc. And then the facilities management to look into strategic space planning, set organizational planning standards and guideline, or to set the KPIs, everything. And then general office services, administrative support, provide and manage support services, non-building contract, transport arrangement, store, portering, laundry, catering, and etc. So there is these differences between the services. Okay, others you can read through in the slide. Okay, others about facilities management. One of the most important developments within universities, for example, over the last decade, has been growing recognition of the strategic importance of facilities management. That's mean this very important facilities management to be managed at the strategic level or from the top management view, or for example the Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you. Could you please? Or we need view, or we need the support from the top management to manage the facilities also. Okay, and then higher education funding council, for example, in England, adopted a facilities management approach for support services to integrate the strategic, tactical, and operational management objective of higher education institutions. Okay, uh, this also show that the importance of facilities management. And then the facilities management department must understand the impact of their decision in terms of today's and tomorrow's context, and must be related to the achievements of the university mission and objective. Okay, so facilities management also one of part of the organization, in the organization, to planning and organizing the business. Okay, the main business or the primary business. Okay, the facilities management profession should understand the nature and culture of the university organization, understand the complete functioning of higher education, its economic, its processes, and its purposes. So, you if you one of the facilities management staff, you need to think about the primary services, okay, atau or main business of the organizations, right? Others describe current situation. Most of facilities manager in university forced to face challenge of planning and adapting existing building to fulfill educational requirement and maintaining their in order to attain the longest and most cost effective life from the facilities. So now we see a lot of term effective and efficient in the facilities management, because we need the efficient facilities to ensure the cost effectively. Means that with the lower cost we have the good facilities. Okay, others we start to discuss in the space management background in facilities management. Most of the facilities in higher education institutions refer to physical sources for just building and infrastructure. Means we need the physical sources. But now in the pandemic situation, we rarely use, or we not fully utilize the space of university or physical space in university. because of we have the online classes and online training, online meeting. So more or most of our our activities in the university in using the technologies or online system. However, according to Ibrahim M1 Yusuf, 2011, involvement of facilities management not only on physical sources but also non-physical sources in organization. Okay, that already discussed in 2011 about the non-physical sources in organization. All right. In the university, higher education institution become the biggest non-academic support function to primary academic activity. Means that our primary for the university, our primary activities is teaching and learning. Okay, so that facilities must support for the teaching and learning facilities. For example, we need enough. I didn't get that. Could you try again? Enough classes, enough space or workshop. I didn't catch that. Could you try again? Workshop to have teaching and learning activities in university. And then, however, physical sources of higher education is more critical issue. Okay, that have to take into deeply consideration in terms of financial management after staff salary. Means that the most of our budgets or our costs, operation costs in the university to the physical activities, our physical sources in the university to ensure that all the facilities in classes in good conditions, we have enough equipments in the workshop, everything. So that is cost to the university. Okay. Next, therefore, some of the higher education institution lack of effectiveness in term of management. uh, Physical resources will contribute higher cost in term of maintenance management. So most of the if we don't have a good facilities management in organization, so that increase our cost to manage or to maintain the facilities. This expenditure can be monitored and controlled with good management strategies such as strategy management, strategic facilities management, space management, maintenance management, building condition management, and so on. Okay, the most critical part of managing physical sources of higher education institution is space management due to efficient and effective space with influence reducing cost of maintenance and level of productivity and more critical compared to the others other institutions. Means that if we've not managed in a good in space management, it also can affect to the efficiently and effectively of facilities management, and also it can increase the cost of maintenance. This discuss how important of space management in the facilities management. Many administrative, not many administrative institution of higher learning and public sector organization, especially in Asia countries, including Malaysia, awareness and understanding the contribution physical sources to organization in terms of capitalization and potential income. Okay, this example, sometimes we have a lot of good facilities. For example, in the UI Tempera, we have um, very good hall. For example, Dewan Sri Iskandar. Okay, uh, we have that facilities, but we not using or not fully utilized that one, Sri Iskandar, because of some of activity only we use that one Sri Iskandar for certain event. But to fully utilize that one Sri Iskandar, we also can rent out or others organization can rent that facilities for certain event, so that UITM Perak can get some portion of the rental revenue income from the renter, and then also we can utilize all the facilities. There's some example. Or other example, our field, okay, Padang A, B, C, D. So we have a five field, football field, very good condition. So we also can rent out to get more income and utilize all the facilities. Okay, that's an example. The most valuable asset and an organization have capability to generate income with effective and efficient approach in space management. That's it we're talking about. Okay, and others will support strategic planning. So that's important to have strategic planning. Okay, HEI means higher learning educations. Okay, higher education institutes. Okay, Malaysia perspective about facilities management are same understanding with international. Okay, this okay. Element resources of FM, people, place, process, and technology. That is we discussed before, and then facilities management element that is a place is referred to the space in built environment. Business organization space in built environment is focusing on workable space or workspace. Okay, now in UK they start talking about the workplace. Okay, they are not talking about the place or only. They are not talking about workplace. Okay, or about the space in the in our organizations. Okay, most of the facilities management purpose are to provide appropriate workspace with required variety to of tasks and activity in achieving and fulfill business strategic goals. Means for example, university, our strategic goal is uh, have a, to have a good or to have conducive, okay, conducive teaching and learning facilities, for example. Okay, okay, next definitions of space management start from 2002. We're talking about the space management 2003 2007 until current 2020. We still talk about the um, space management. Okay. For example, I read one sentence definition of space management: the ability to assign space to a specific user and or for specific use. Right? Means keupayaan untuk memberikan ruang kepada pengguna tertentu dan atau untuk kegunaan tertentu. Okay. Means we need to identify the right space for the right use. Okay, that is keywords for that. So others is also about the facilities, space management, the ability to assign space to a specific user and specific use. And others, the delivery of space services and the management of the completed space plan. Means we must have the space planning in the space management. Okay, others space management important for facilities management, processes, projecting space requirement, identifying deficiency, and allocating available space to user in an equitable way, monitoring use, assisting user with space usage problem, and resolving space problem. Okay, that's guideline for the space. Okay, what is ruang? Okay, definisi suatu kawasan permukaan, dimensi atau sebuah kawasan yang diwujudkan bagi tujuan tertentu. Okay, itu adalah ruang, space. Okay, secara fizikalnya ruang boleh berbentuk terbuka atau tertutup. Okay, sama ada dalam bangunan ataupun di luar bangunan. That is a ruang. Okay, masuk ruang. Masuk pengurusan ruang or space management, proses kerjasama kemahiran seni dan sains di dalam maximize the value, okay, maximize the value, function and usage, optimum the usage of optimum usage space usage in the organizations. Okay, kebolehgunaan ruang optimum bagi menghasilkan keperluan untuk ruang tambahan yang minimal. Okay, space management it's important to aspect of public management of physical resources because we need to identify the we already utilize all the space before we carry out our we apply for the additional space. For example, we need the new building, new block of building to cater the increasing of student in the university, for example. But sometimes we also we need to we need to justify that existing space already fully utilized. So that's what is talking all about. So the physical space should be managed efficiently to help the government in optimal management of expenses and expected. All we talk about the effectively and efficiently. So effective on the space utilization, uh, efficiently on the cost management. Okay, there's a main objective space management from the different author, NOA 98, Langston 2002, and Department of the Army, United States 1987. So this objective to increase the overall usage, establish guideline and procedure for equitable distribution of space to all users based on actual needs. Okay? We need to know the needs of the user also, and then to ensure that new facility are constructed only if need. Okay, that is important. We to what I said before is we need to ensure before we construct the new building, we ensure that our existing building already fully utilized all the space. Okay, issues in the public higher education institution in Malaysia, lack of inventory space usage information record, lack of understanding. That's why some of the space are not utilized or lower occupancy rate. Okay, there is issues in our higher education institution in Malaysia, HEI. Okay, the objective of space management, flexibility, functionality, equity, consistency, efficiency, proximity, and the cost effectiveness. Okay. Space planning is the process of space management is a process of planning space requirement, identify weaknesses, allocation of current necessary space to the clients, monitoring usage, helping user identify space usage problems and solve space management issue, including the quality of the space provided to the clients. Space management is one of the elements within the asset management structure or either private or government building. Okay. Objective of space management, I already said before, this meaning of the functionality to ensure organization functionality Flexibility is suitable with optimization of building space. Consistency to ensure space management is carried out consistently and systematically in achieving organization objective. Efficiently to ensure space being used efficiently in good control and bring maximum profit to the organization, because our space is our asset to generate more income from the space. Okay, flexibility, even through space management required control over space usage, the element of flexibility is not ignored, such as when there is expansion of staff or staff reductions. Okay, means we need to carry out the space audit or space management in the life cycle of building, because sometimes we change the function of building, we change of the organization rules and guidelines. So from that space also we need to we revisit the planning of the space. Okay, cost the effective space management, which have considered planning, education, and monitoring element will result in overall cost reduction and maintenance cost decrease. Okay, space management in Malaysia. Yeah, okay, yeah, this one you can read through all the sentence. Uh, why we need the space management? Number one, pemilikan ruang yang tidak jelas, kurang atau lebih ruang, kependudukan ruang melebihi atau kurang kapasiti is not fully utilized, or we don't have enough space. Penjaluan waktu tidak menyeluruh, kurang optimal dan bertindih. Guna sama ruang akademik, penyelidikan dan bukan akademik. Inventory tidak selaras dengan penggunaan semasa. Penomboran dan pengkodan bilik yang tidak seragam. Maklumat semasa keadaan bangunan and unjuran kita nak buat perancangan planning for the long term planning, medium term planning or short term planning. Okay, so workflow for space management: allocation, movement, inventory, space audit, analysis, chargeback, monitoring and demolish of the assets or the space. Space management analysis start from the data collection, refer to the EPU norms, EPU economic planning units from the government. They have a standard for the EPU norm. And then design, program, timetabling, staff enrollment, student enrollment, strategic planning, and contact hours. So that's variable or the parameter we need to describe or you need to study in the space management analysis. Okay, there's an example of impact to the space: maintenance, renovation, condition survey, upgrading, operations, development, rent new or we need new building, redevelopment, okay, or strategic planning, okay, from the academic or the students or others. Okay, so main objective from the space management, okay, to support the vision and mission organization. For example, IPTA for the university, higher learning institution, or public higher learning institution, or needs of space needed. Okay, keperluan ruang di private public higher learning institution and hak milikan ruang, kegunaan ruang. Okay, I think that's all for today's discussions. So if you have any questions, you can ask me through the groups or to the other sources you can use. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.